Hey everyone, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, that website address for you is theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Absolutely the best place for clinical trial content and information. You won't find any other place like this. I mean, this is a place where we answer your questions, we feature you guys, and we're going to shout out all of our producers at the end of this video. Basically, a producer is the first 100 people to register their profile on our website. Gets exposure for their brand. They get links to their websites. They get me tweeting and Google Plusing and Facebook and LinkedIn commenting all that stuff about them. So I'm just promoting these producers like crazy, and we'll get to them at the end of this video. But basically, I'd like all of you guys to register your profile. I don't care if you're a research clinic, a CRO, or just an individual consultant. If you want to get more exposure and more brand awareness for yourself, register your profile and I will promote you like crazy as an added bonus. And I'll do that for as long as I can. I could probably do that realistically for the first 100 people that sign up. After that, it's going to get tough. But for the first 100 of you, that's an extra bonus for being first to market. So thank you. Speaking of exposure, I wanted to talk about social media. Specifically, I wanted to talk about unconventional ways that research clinics can use social media to enhance their brand. And not just by registering a profile with the Clinical Trials Guru, although that's a great way to do it, but using unconventional ways, things that one may think, well, how is this ever going to work for a clinical research site? And I'm talking about using Instagram, and I'm talking about using Pinterest. And specifically, these are, for those of you who don't know, these are photo sharing social media platforms. And you may be thinking, well, how is a clinical trial company going to promote themselves or promote their brands using Instagram? And there's a good example of someone out there. They don't necessarily use Instagram as far as I know, but they're heavy into using photos. They take photos of their staff members, they take photos of their clinic. I don't know if they take photos of their study participants for those who agreed to do that. We'll have to get them on the show and ask them that one day. But it's Community Anderson Research Clinic out in Anderson, Indiana. And they have a Facebook fan page, which I saw the other day, and I was blown away by the amount of photos they had. And as I was looking at it, I thought these guys are doing exactly what I would recommend. Now, I would, if I were them, I would take it a step further and use Instagram and use Pinterest in addition to their Facebook fan page, because Instagram and Pinterest have their own communities. And I know Facebook bought Instagram, but they still have their own communities and their separate audience. So it's a great way for a research clinic to promote their brand. Just take a photo of your clinic, take a photo of your staff member, your doctors. It could be every day just taking a photo of something else, something interesting in your clinic that day, or somebody interesting, or anything, and then just promoting it. It's just another way to get exposure for your brand. And it may seem insignificant, but after a while, you will start getting people to know you, just like I know Community Anderson Research Clinic. Their name stuck out in my mind, and I'm a fan of many clinical trial companies on Facebook, but I don't know many of them off the top of my head. And I know these guys because they use photos a lot. So just something to think about there, using Instagram and using Pinterest. And I know we've done videos on Pinterest before. So just something to think about, something outside of the box, because a lot of people are getting on Twitter, a lot of people are getting on the Facebook fan page. Those are good, but if you really want to stand out, and I think really going into 2012 and way beyond, is photos and eventually videos. Videos will be huge, but photos is a great way to do it. So shout out to Community Anderson Clinical Trials in Anderson, Indiana. Now I wanted to shout out my Guru profile people: Sarah Siegler, Resolve Research Solutions, Accurate Clinical Trials, PTNR, and ECR Trials, Erdhart Clinical Trials. Thank you for being the producers of this show, and thank you very much for signing up your Clinical Trial Guru profile page. I'll be promoting you guys like crazy throughout social media and on Instagram and on Pinterest also. And for those of you who sign up, please do it. I can only do this for the first 100 to do it, so the sooner you get in, the better. Thank you, and this is Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com.